In an effort to ensure financial transparency, the Election Commission has determined election expenses between 1.4 million to 3.3 million rupees for political parties and candidates and has made banking transactions mandatory for expenses above 25,000 rupees. However, the effort has yet to materialize. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Political parties fail to ensure transparency of election expenditure, exceed the ceiling set by the Election Commission without using banking mechanism. Ruling coalition without a common candidate for Prime Minister, half a dozen aspirants in Nepali Congress alone. CPN-UML's unanimous pick, KP Sharma Oli, busy seeking debates, ignoring previous agendas. Russian President Vladimir Putin signs a decree imposing martial law in 4 annexed regions of Ukraine: Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia and Kherson. And the 9th National Games coming to an end today with the closing ceremony this afternoon. Tribhuvan Army Club continues to lead the medal tally with 150 golds. Nepal Police in the 2nd spot. The Election Commission has determined election expenses for parties and candidates between 1.4 million to 3.3 million rupees and has made banking transactions mandatory for expenses above 25,000 rupees. However, this has yet to ensure financial transparency. More in this report.
Nepali Congress, that leads the ruling alliance, has decided to provide its candidates in the direct category for the parliamentary elections 400,000 rupees each for election expenses. Candidates of the provincial assembly elections will receive 200,000 rupees each. The party has 89 candidates for the House of Representatives election and 184 for provincial assemblies, which means it will need to release an amount of over 70 million rupees. The party currently has 80 million rupees in its account and has allowed its candidate to collect funds to support election campaigns. CPN-UML, on the other hand, has decided to provide financial support to candidates with weaker economic backgrounds and provide select few election materials to all of its candidates. The party has, however, yet to disclose its financial details. Maoist Centre, meanwhile, has said it has 5 million rupees in bank balance and has adopted a similar policy of CPN-UML. The party has directed its candidates to raise funds based on their convenience. Financial transparency of CPN Unified Socialist, Janata Samajwadi, Loktantrik Samajwadi and Rashtriya Prajatantra Party is equally weak. Furthermore, parties have lacked sound governance as fund collection and expenses are haphazard, most of which are not through the banking system. Meanwhile, observers say the works of Election Commission have largely been limited within the centre and say that the election extravagance and non-transparency will adversely impact good governance and democracy.
The Election Commission has issued a 7-point directive for political parties and candidates to ensure that they follow the Election Code of Conduct. The directive comes following the breach of the conduct by political faces who had campaigned for candidates for the November elections while enjoying state benefits. Likewise, the Election Commission has also said many candidates had hosted assemblies with more than 25 participants during door-to-door campaigns and carried out processions against the conduct. The Commission has also directed ministers to take approvals while visiting constituencies for promotion purposes other than their own. The Election Commission has also reminded candidates that the use of government resources during election campaigns has been prohibited. The Commission has prohibited parties and candidates from holding assemblies and processions till 3rd of November. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what should be done to ensure transparency of electoral expenditure of candidates. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
आफ्नो खर्च गर्या सरकारको त गरे छैन के हिसाबले लुकाउँछ
डेली वेजमा उसको खर्च के कति भइरछ बरु सामाजिक सञ्जालमा त्यो चाहिँ उसले चाहिँ दिदियो भने अझ राम्रो हुन्छ
जहिलेसम्म पैसा बाँड्छ तरिसम्म यो देशको भविष्य छैन
उम्मेदवारहरु आफै सक्षम हुनु पर्यो इमानदार हुनु पर्यो
आफ्नो कारोबार ब्याङ्किङ च्यानलबाट गराउने
उहाँहरुले चाहिँ जसले जुन बेला पनि खर्चको विवरण माग्दाखेरि प्रस्तुत गर्न सक्नु पर्यो
उम्मेदवारलाई चुनावमा खर्च गर्न दिने व्यवस्था नै खारेज गर्नुपर्छ
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What is the reason behind the increasing use of social media for election campaign? Your options are A, convenient medium, B, wide reach, and C, less expensive. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. The November 20 parliamentary election will choose the executive head of the country who will head the government for the next 5 years. Main opposition CPN-UML has already decided that the party's chairperson KP Sharma Oli will be the prime minister should the party win majority seats at the parliament. However, the ruling coalition has yet to announce of such a decision. CPN-UML is diving into the nearing elections with a clarity over who will head the government. The party has claimed of having the general public's trust and that it will bag majority seats at the House of Representatives. However, the ruling coalition that has committed of a stable government for 5 years has yet to delve into the matter. Many believe Nepali Congress that leads the alliance will most likely head the government for full 5 years as well. However, there are also voices that the coalition might divide the tenure of the Prime Minister among the partners. A few leaders have also gone on to announce that the government will be led by Nepali Congress. Meanwhile, CPN Maoist Center has clearly fielded party chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal as the sole candidate to head the government. Many also opine with former Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai out of the race for the parliament seat, Dahal is certain to get his share to lead the government if the coalition decides to split the tenure. CPN-UML chairperson KP Sharma Oli made an open challenge to Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba for a live debate on electoral agenda. The statement was analyzed through different lenses in the media. However, Oli, who made several assurances to the voters during the previous election, failed in ensuring their implementation. Oli's slogan in the previous election was Prosperous Nepal, Happy Nepali. His agendas included gas pipeline to each house, railways parallel to the east-west and mid-hilly highways, and the Kathmandu-Birganj Railway. Oli's other ambitious plans included Nepal's ships in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. During his 33-month leadership of the government, Oli laid the foundation stones for roads in 165 constituencies and hospitals in 396 local levels, all at once from Balwatar. However, required administrative mechanism, human resource, and infrastructures were ignored. With a singular manifesto for the local level polls during the previous election, CPN-UML had put forward similar ambitious plans in its joint manifesto with CPN Maoist Center for the previous lower house election. Salyan's farmers are worried as the untimely rainfall till the second week of October destroyed their harvest of this year. Crops planted in 2,296 ropanis of land in the district was destroyed, while landslide swept away 1,200 ropanis of cultivable land. More in this report.
This is Mangal Bahadur Adhikari of Sharda municipality. In the recent episode of heavy and untimely rainfall, he lost his land and the year's harvest to flood. Rana Gao's Muna's story is the same. Both are trying to collect anything remaining in the debris. The recent flood and landslides swept away crops in 1,200 ropani area and disrupted 914 ropani of cultivable land. It also destroyed crops collected from 180 ropanis of land. Given the scale of the damage, local authorities say they are considering declaring the regions around Sarda and Bangad rivers as disaster-prone region. Meanwhile, the farmers who had faced similar disaster the same time last year have not given up hopes that although late, the government will come to their aid.
Sports news.
The 9th National Games is coming to an end today. 916 medals have been handed out so far at the ongoing 9th National Games. Departmental Team Tribhuvan Army's gold tally has reached 150 as it leads the table with the highest number of medals. The team also has bagged 94 silver and 70 bronze medals. Second place Nepal Police has 52 gold, 47 silver and 59 bronze medals to its name. Likewise, with 42 gold, 57 silver and 77 bronze medals, APF is in the third position. Men's and women's football, men's volleyball, athletics, wushu, men's basketball matches have been scheduled for the last day of the tournament today. According to the National Sports Council, Prime Minister Sherbahadur Deuba is scheduled to attend the closing ceremony to be held at the Pokhara Stadium this afternoon. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.